on that one, Stu?
Just you come to Tasmania and get a win. Like it's a hard thing to do. So really, really proud of the effort. We spent all week talking about our defense and how that, like, if you want to start to beat some of the top teams in this league, home or away, the defense has to be at a level that it hadn't been. And, we hold them 81 points tonight, 39% from the field. We have 48 points in the paint. Like, that's the level of physicality we've been looking for. And, just really, really happy with the effort and the preparation going into the week.
Do you feel like the early game sort of stumbles, you're starting to get on top of that, especially maybe just having this last week at home?
Yeah, no, it helps. And, I think I realized on the way to the game, after the first 2 games of the season, I don't think we've had the same starting lineup once. It's hard to do. Like, you need that continuity, you need that feel, and we've been piecing it together. I feel like we've been playing pretty good ball, like, all the way through, other than, like, maybe, like, some small dips. Our effort, for the most part, has been where we want it to be. So, like, getting Norton back, getting Holton, just having the 2 extra bodies, to be able to play with the level of effort and intensity and physicality that we want, and guys not maybe being in some self-preservation mode, whether they even think they are or they aren't. It's just kind of natural. And then having a whole week of practice in a single game, which feels like we haven't had in quite some time. Like, yeah, I think it all came together. And it was, we really deep scouting report, but it all started with, like, our effort, our communication, and our game plan.
What did you make of Mitch out there? Obviously, a lot of what he does doesn't necessarily show up on the box score, throwing his body around and things like that, but it feels like he made a real difference.
I mean, he knows I sleep better when he's on the floor and around the team, and I haven't been sleeping very well. He has 2 dive on the floor, loose balls, and a charge. So those are winning basketball plays that we've been missing. And this guy's a champion. He's a captain. He's a man's man, and we're very happy that he's back.
You got to be pretty happy with your road record. You're 4-3 now. What is it about traveling that has actually made you boys sort of stand up, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, it's I think when you go on the road early, like, the relationships are forged. Yeah, a lot. I'd have to look closer at the schedule, but when you have a home game on the back end of a back-to-back, it's like another road game. Like, your body doesn't know you're home. Your body knows you're taking a flight on Friday after playing Thursday and playing Saturday. And, our schedule kind of lined up where, like, a good amount of our home games have been on the back end of back-to-backs. And, it's no excuse. But, we have professionals on this team. They come to work. They hold themselves accountable. Their preparation has been great. So, we have some young dads. We kind of joke, hey, good night to sleep in the hotel. We get a really good meal out at night the night before, and we come in with a focus for shoot around in the morning. And, yeah, I mean, 2 wins in New Zealand and at Perth, at Tassie. Like, these are hard places to win. And, we're coming together as a group. We're getting bodies back, and we're starting to build that continuity. So, yeah, just, really happy with, like, the focus that it takes to go out on the road and win.
How exciting is it when you see Casey have ball in hand, something's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, look, really, it's Casey and Ty. I mean, they 49 and 17 between the 2 of them tonight, like, big boy ball right there. And, we have 48 points in the paint. So, we talked about having a defensive mindset and playing with a level of physicality. This, like, coming into this game, that was really, like, top of the line focuses for us. So to see that execution, from those 2 guys, and, like, very efficient, like, Casey's 11 for 22, Ty's 10 for 14, get on the boards. Tassie does a great job, like, offensive rebounding. I mean, they had 15. So, it was certainly a, focus for us, and those guys came to play.
Was that something you discussed at the end of the first? Because you're trailing a quarter at the end of the first quarter, and then the next 2 quarters you're up and down, and the team's just sort of running all over them. Is that something you have?
Yeah, we're talking about it all through the game. Like, I mean, that's what they do. They're physical, they're big, they hunt the ball. They've been probably top 3 offensive rebound for as long as I've been in the league. I think it's just something that they do a good job with, and their personnel right now really carries to that. So it was a big emphasis for us. And I thought Jacob Holt came in and gave us some, really quality minutes. He has 4 rebounds, 2 offensive ones, one a really big one at the end of the first half to give us an extra possession there. So yeah, it's just, again, you want to beat these type of teams that are considered top 4 teams. You have to play with this type of effort and physicality.
Mitch, I asked Casey on court, but what is the ceiling for this team? Obviously, you still got some other guys to come back in. JA, we know what he's capable of. How good can you guys be, and especially with JA, how do you get more out of him?
Yeah, I think, this team can be well and truly a playoff team. I don't think we've ever shied away from that. Obviously, we've got bigger goals and aspirations, but you can't get to them unless you make the playoffs. And I think the way we approach that on a daily process is something that we still need to be better at, and just falling in love with the grind. Like, to win here, you need to grind out a win. And I thought in previous games when it's got tough, we probably didn't really embrace that grind. But I think, tonight we really showed that. I thought our bench behaviour was exceptional. Some guys didn't touch the floor tonight, but they impacted winning in a great way. Cal, Jack, Jensen, up and about. Getting behind guys, and I think that's really important, and that's come a long way in the last couple of weeks. And JA, he's a hooper. We know it's going to happen in a matter of time, and we can't wait to see it.
You look like you really enjoyed being back out there. How are you feeling physically? How's the knee?
Yeah, adrenaline's still pumping right now, so I'm feeling pretty good. We've kind of joked all week at home. When I'm playing basketball, I'm a lot happier around the house. It's like when you're hungry or you haven't slept much, you get a little bit antsy. I can't thank my partner Sasha enough for putting up with me for these 7 weeks.
Yeah. And just JA has 7 assists, tonight, and Mitch has 5. So just the presence of having that extra ball carrier against a team that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the ball was very important. So while Jalen's scoring line isn't maybe where it is, just his presence and understanding of what we're trying to get, was definitely impactful.
Yeah, Norton, I spoke to you the other day about how excited you were about coming back. Did it feel just as good being back out there as you thought it would?
Yeah, probably not so much my lungs. They were burning pretty much, but a fair bit. But super excited to be out there. I love this game, and I think it's the best job in the world. So I absolutely love being out there.
You're pretty excited to play at home now on Wednesday night?
Yeah. We're at home on the Gold Coast, so it's really good to broaden our horizons and get different types of fans to the game. Increase our presence in southeast Queensland, so we're really excited about that one.
And Stu, you mentioned how good your defence was earlier, and there's every chance you still get a lot better defensively as well once you get Smack back, who's potentially the best defender in the league, so that must be very encouraging.
Yeah, it is, and he's still got a little bit, a little time to go on that, but he's such an important piece for us, both on and off the floor. He's been part of the organization, since Mitch and I have been here, and he's just a total pro, and just gives us that one other point of attack defender that we really need. So we're not just putting so much on one guy, and we can really throw different bodies. I thought Tristan came in tonight and gave us really solid, impactful minutes on the defensive end. And again, that just goes back to having the 2 extra bodies of Norton and Holt there. That now some guys that were playing 25 to 28 minutes, maybe on any given night, maybe it's 12 to 15, and those minutes can be just all gas, right? And there's no self-preservation in anything. We're not worried about just trying to get through the game. Guys know we can prescribe subs a little bit more, and but yeah, Sam's working really hard, and we'll welcome him back with open arms when he's ready.
Just lastly, how are you feeling about getting to the Gold Coast on Wednesday? And like you touched on before, at least this time, New Zealand have to play tomorrow, so they won't be there waiting for you this time for a home game.
Yeah, never had a bad day in the Gold Coast. It's a pretty nice place to go, and we're looking forward to. We did a regional bus tour down there in the preseason and got around a lot of fans. So to be able, like as Mitch said, like expand our our fan base, it'll be important. There's a lot of people that will be at that game that maybe don't always get to be able to come up to Brisbane to see us play. We had a really strong first Ignite Cup game at Perth where we won all 4 quarters and won the game. So, we're motivated by the Ignite Cup. For the guys, there's a financial reward. Like, we don't shy away from that. So, it's just another level of competition for us that we embrace.
Thanks, guys.